What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Someday yesterday, if you guys don't know, I dropped a mixtape, that's beyond the fact. I'm going to be comparing the iPhone 11 Pro, which is on the left, to the iPhone 10, which is on the right. Now I've already done a full-on comparison discussing basically the main differences, the cameras, the screens, all that stuff in one video. This is a dedicated speed test. I want to see what the differences are between both of these phones. I downloaded very similar apps on both of these. I want to test all these, test the RAM management. If you guys don't know, the iPhone 11 Pro currently does have some weird RAM management issue. This also stems to the 11 and the 11 Pro Max. I'm not really too sure what's going on with it. Hopefully Apple can fix it, but in this video I do want to see the main differences, and hopefully, maybe there is a speed difference probably on the 11 Pro, but I hope the RAM management is also better on the 11 Pro, which it really isn't. 4 GB of RAM on the iPhone 11 Pro, 3 GB of RAM on the iPhone 10. We can do like clock 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's do the App Store 3, 2, 1. And they both almost kind of seem the same. If we go through the scrolling, let's see if there's any difference. It doesn't really seem to be. If we go into loaded something different, let's do this one. Okay, let's do this one. Yeah, they both load about the same. Not a big difference between both of them in that. We can do like music, for example, 3, 2, 1. And even to load into it, I noticed that it was a little bit faster on the iPhone 11 Pro straight out the gate, which was really good to see. And I think that kind of covers basically the similar apps. Let's go and get into these third-party apps that I downloaded. Let's go ahead and do Netflix, 3, 2, 1. And they both were kind of the same, not a ginormous difference between both of them. Quizlet, 3, 2, 1. I think the 11 Pro was just a split second ahead of the iPhone 10. Dropbox, 3, 2, 1. I think the 11 Pro again was a little bit faster there. Bofa, 3, 2, 1. And actually the iPhone 10 was a little bit ahead. I do see we're on a little bit two different versions of the app, but it's the same app at the core, so it's a little weird. Thank you, 3, 2, 1. And 11 Pro was a little bit faster. Getting into some gameplay, let's see if there's a difference. And as you can see, there's not going to be a big difference at all. Snake versus blocks, 3, 2, 1. I thought I tapped an app there in the beginning with, but I didn't. And as you can see, they both were pretty close. I didn't really see a ginormous difference between them. Let's get into some gameplay, see if there's a big difference. And I don't think there is. The 11 Pro actually glitched up a little bit there if you just saw that. But beyond both, they are both almost the same. Temple Run, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and we are in a game here, so I will have to restart this one. No big deal. Temple Run again, 3, 2, 1. And you can see the 11 Pro is a little bit ahead of the 10 even straight out the gate. Actually, I might have to take that back. Yeah, the 11 Pro did eventually get into it a little bit faster than the iPhone 10. Getting into some gameplay, I don't think there's going to be that big of a difference. And is it just me, or am I noticing a little bit of a difference in the screen quality? I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think the iPhone 10 looks a little bit better, but it could just be the angle and everything like that, not a big deal. Fruit Ninja, 3, 2, 1. iPhone 11 Pro a little bit faster than the iPhone 10. That was quite a noticeable difference. I was not expecting that big of a difference. Getting to some gameplay, let's see if there's any difference at all. And it's a very basic game, so it's not going to be like crazy. Paper IO 2, 3, 2, 1. That was a little bit weird. They kind of glitched up a little bit. The 11 Pro looked a little bit faster, but then it kind of got in faster. Let's see if there's any difference. Kind of let me know if you see there's a difference at all in the gameplay. They both look almost the same though. Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And you can see the iPhone 11 Pro slid through that thing. It was already loaded before the iPhone 10 even started loading. Eventually we are into it. Kind of similar, the 11 Pro's loaded. iPhone 10 shortly after. Not a ginormous difference, but a noticeable one for sure. Getting into some gameplay, let's see if there's a difference. And again, there's probably not going to be a difference at all. But, it's definitely loading speed wise, the 11 Pro is definitely faster there. Real Racing 3, 3, 2, 1. And the iPhone 11 Pro definitely faster. The iPhone 10 a little bit behind, but You can see quite a bit of difference between them. The 11 Pro was definitely, in these bigger games, you tend to see a little bit of difference here and a little bit of difference there, but in the grand scheme of things, that definitely does mean a lot, especially for these bigger games. Dead trigger, 3, 2, 1. Now hopefully I already went through the video on this. I did, but hopefully it canceled out. And I keep getting these pop-ups on this even though I cancel them out every single time, so I don't know why that keeps happening. Doodle jump, 3, 2, 1. And they were about the same, not a big difference, I'll say. Color road, oh, 3, 2, 1. And the 11 Pro is just a little bit ahead, just like a split second, just to get into the loading screen, and we do eventually load into it faster there. Let's get into some gameplay. Okay, alright, we get it. Let's see if there's a difference. Oh my god, this game is crazy hard. Alright, we get it. Amaze, 3, 2, 1. And they were about the same, not a ginormous difference between them. Agario, 3, 2, 1. And the iPhone 10 was actually able to get into that specific panel faster. Aqua, whatever, 3, 2, 1. And iPhone 11 Pro faster. iPhone 10 shortly after, not a ginormous difference, but you guys saw there was a little bit difference. There was a little bit of difference between them. Totem, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 11 Pro definitely faster there. Paper IO 2, 3, 2, 1. Actually, it's the original Paper IO. And iPhone 10 actually a little bit faster there. Stack, 3, 2, 1. This one was a little bit tougher. The ad loaded up faster on the iPhone 10, but the game is technically on it on the iPhone 11 Pro. Let's end it off with Asphalt 9. 3, 2, 1. And to get into that specific loading image, it was faster on the iPhone 10, but that doesn't mean it'll actually, the 11 Pro loaded it up faster, as you guys saw. So a little bit of flipping going on there. That was kind of funny. Now that we have those apps loaded and we kind of saw that speed and loading up test, let's go ahead and see which one is the better RAM management device. Now I'll definitely tell you, these past ones I've been seeing, the 11 Pro hasn't been doing that well compared to the older iPhones. Okay, they both kind of restarted there. Okay, that was really interesting. Wasn't expecting that. Let's do the App Store, and they both restarted there. The 10 I think was a little bit faster to load into it. So I don't know, maybe the 11 Pro got better at RAM management. I think there was maybe a software update. Okay, that one was hard to tell. I couldn't tell. I don't think the 10 restarted. Let's do Netflix. And they're both restarting. And they both kind of end up at the same spot. So I don't know, so far the few apps that I tested, it seems like the 11 Pro is, I guess, the same as the iPhone 10, which isn't really saying much. Quizlet. Okay, so I don't know. It's really weird that both phones are restarting. I figured, you know, the 11 Pro is a little bit better in RAM management. It has more RAM. It should technically be better. I don't know. And you can see they're both restarting. The 10 was a little bit faster to get into the restarting. Let's do Bofa, and you can see this one already restarted. Let's do Thank You. And again, both are restarting, so I don't know. Maybe it's a bad thing for both that they're both restarting at the same time. I think that's kind of weird. For the iPhone 10, not so much, but the 11 Pro, I think that's kind of strange that the 11 Pro is also restarting. I don't think it necessarily should be doing that. Let's do Snake versus Blocks, and again, I mean, I don't know. Like the iPhone 10, 3 gigabytes of RAM, yeah, it's probably not I'm not expecting to keep every app in the background. But for other phones that I've tested, like even I think the iPhone XS, that phone was able to keep more apps in the background better than the iPhone 11 Pro. But the iPhone 10, I'm expecting it not to do as well as the iPhone 11 Pro, but that's still very, very weird. Let's go into one more app and then I'll go ahead and tell you guys my full-on opinion of this. Let's do Temple Run. That seems to be a pretty decent one. And it seems like every single app that I've been using so far has restarted. The game full on the iPhone 10 definitely restarted, whereas on the iPhone 11 Pro it kept that game, so I guess that's a plus for it. But that's still really, really weird. That really shouldn't be happening per se. The iPhone 11 Pro should be the better overall device, not only in speed and performing, which it kind of is, but in RAM management as well. And that's kind of how I would sum up this whole entire comparison, to be honest. I was kind of expecting more from the iPhone 11 Pro. I mean, this is a brand new device, the 11 Pro is. The iPhone 10 has been out for a minute, since 2017. It's pretty much the same specs as the iPhone 8 Plus, and I don't know, man. I was expecting more. I mean, I'm definitely not like saddened, like it's not that big of a deal, but it's still very weird that a phone like the iPhone 10 is pretty much on par as a phone as the iPhone 11 Pro. The 11 Pro with the additional 1 GB of RAM, let alone like the A13 chip or anything like that. The iPhone 10 is pretty much on par in terms of RAM management. Every single app that the iPhone 10 restarted in, the iPhone 11 Pro also restarted in. So there's still an issue with RAM management on the iPhone 11 Pro. If I were to compare the iPhone 10 and 10s on iOS 13, I'm sure I would see the iPhone 10s being a better RAM management device. And as you guys saw in my last iPhone 10s versus iPhone 11 Pro comparison, you saw that the iPhone 11 Pro just wasn't up to par as the iPhone 10s was in RAM management. So speed, performance, I guess might be better on the 11 Pro, but keeping those apps in the background is still not that good on the 11 Pro. So hopefully Apple can fix that with a software update or something. But that is pretty much it, guys. If you have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.